This year has been one of Riggs Distler's most successful years ever.
All of our jobs have been important to our success.
But we want to talk about 5 big jobs that have really defined our year.
Hi, I'm Scott Zematitis, Operations Manager of the Transmission Lines and Special Projects Group at Riggs Distler. The L901 transmission project is a 20.8-mile rebuild of an existing 138 kV transmission line for a customer in Illinois. A rebuild means to tear out all existing structures and wire and rebuild with all new structures and wire. For the L901 project, we are removing 195 existing wooden H-frame structures and replacing them with 190 multi-section steel poles. The new poles we're installing range from 85 to 110 feet in height. 30% of these poles will be installed on foundations, which are 4 feet in diameter by 20 feet deep. The balance of the poles will be direct embed to the depth of 15 feet. We are also replacing 104 miles of wire, which consists of 3 conductors and 2 static lines. There are many challenges we are facing on this project. A major challenge is to complete the job in 75 days. This is a very big job, which spans more than 20 miles, and we must be finished by the deadline. This project outage started October 6, 2014, and the job needs to be completed by December 20th. We have 35 men working 7 days per week, and working every day is a major concern for us, so we have a full-time safety presence, as well as multiple site supervisors keeping an eye on the men and their fatigue factors. As of December 1st, we're on schedule to be completed 1 week early. Another challenge is the fact that the right-of-way, which the new poles reside in, spans wetlands, which are home of some endangered species. These species include an endangered dragonfly, various reptiles, and multiple types of birds. To keep our impact on these areas and others to a minimum, we have matted the entire 20 miles of the job, 7-mile sections at a time. Final challenge I will speak to is the weather. Illinois weather this time of year is brutal. It can be Arctic cold, snowy, windy, and/or wet. This, combined with the long, strenuous work hours, leads to a pretty miserable situation. Our safety department works endlessly to make sure our men get what they need when they need it. We have worked over 20,000 man-hours without an incident or injury.
My name is Joe Seaman, and for those of you who don't know me, I head up the mechanical group for Riggs Distler. The first project that I would like to talk about is the West Deptford Energy Station located in West Deptford, New Jersey. This project is the construction of a new electric generating facility commonly known in our industry as a 2-on-1 configuration. What is a 2-on-1 configuration? In simple terms, a very large jet engine fueled by natural gas turns a generator that produces electricity. The electricity produced is sent to the grid that provides power to your home. The size of the turbine and generator is about the size of a ranch house. This project has 2 jet engines driving generators commonly referred to as combustion turbine generators or CTGs. The byproduct of a jet engine is heat from the exhaust. The heat is captured by a unit called a heat recovery steam generator to produce steam that is used to drive a steam turbine that drives an additional generator. So there you have it. A 2-on-1 configuration is 2 combustion turbines driving generators with the recovered exhaust heat turning 1 steam-driven motor that drives an additional generator. This facility produces 550 megawatts of power to the electrical grid. Our original contract was to install the balance of plant piping systems and miscellaneous equipment. The scope of work included the installation of over 100 pieces of equipment, including an 85,000-pound auxiliary boiler, a 56,000-pound diesel generator, 225-foot tall stacks, as well as 2 cooling water pumps weighing 60,000 pounds each, and much, much more. Additionally, we installed approximately 30,000 linear feet of piping, sizes ranging from 2-inch to 72 inches in diameter. When a failing mechanical contractor was removed from the site by our client, Riggs Distler was awarded the work of completing the construction of a steam turbine generator, turbine building, lube oil building, structural steel platforms, and 20,000 feet of miscellaneous piping systems, as well as critical piping systems such as main steam, hot reheat, and tie-ins to the steam turbine. This project is currently in the final stages of completion and has been ongoing for 1 year and 8 months. The base contract value was $14 million. This project at completion will exceed a $30 million contract value. The major challenge on this project was the planning and execution of our work on a construction site consisting of over 700 construction workers, and much of the work being performed through the cold, harsh winter of 2013 into 2014. The site team included Pete Brostowski, Bobby Klein, Bob Bohannon, Chris Miller, Fran McGovern, Richie Zarin, and Siobhan Ferns.
Hi, I'm Jeff Simpson, the Operations Manager of the Renewables Group. This year, Riggs Distler is really concentrated on the utility scale grid-connected systems. We moved away from the commercial rooftop systems and really focused on the large-scale projects. We also have started a new operations and maintenance division that focuses on existing projects that have been put into place in the past 20 years. 2014, we spun off the solar division or renewables group from the electrical division. It's expanded the company, get a lot of new positions for younger employees to come up and make a name in themselves. Renewables is a market that's here to stay. The challenges with the projects are the durations of the projects and the environmental conditions. Most projects, we only have 10 to 12 weeks to build from start to finish. And by the time the developers and the owners get done dealing with the contracts and developing the project, we have a very short time period to construct these jobs. And we have anywhere from 100 to 200 men on every project. Our most successful project was the Barry Plastic Solar Project in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. It was a 13 megawatt net metered project for a manufacturing facility. It's the second largest solar project in the state of New Jersey. We constructed it in about 12 weeks and it was very successful for the company, made money, no one got hurt. We've become an elite contractor in the state as far as solar goes. We were projecting on doing about $14 million and we did about $25 million this year in work.
My name is Craig Zematitis. I'm the Operations Manager for Overhead Distribution in the Utility Group. I'm going to be discussing our CB&I Marcus Hook Refinery project located at 100 Green Street in Marcus Hook, Pennsylvania. This location is an old Sunoco refinery that shut down in 2011, and Sunoco Logistics bought the property from its parent company with intentions to use its existing pipelines to transport natural gas liquids like propane and butane onto ocean-going vessels in Marcus Hook. As you can imagine, there's a significant amount of work that goes into a large project like this one. In order for the pipelines to get back up and running, there's a large amount of electrical upgrades needed to handle the extra electrical load, which is where Riggs Distler gets involved. The Riggs portion of the work includes installing 12 new 3-phase primary cables interconnecting 2 substations on the property. These 12 cables make up 4 brand new circuits, where each circuit consists of 3 parallel 3-phase cables. These circuits will be used to handle the additional load being put on their power grid. What really makes this project unique and challenging is the fact that Riggs is handling multiple facets of the project and are essentially a full turnkey operation. Both the utility group and electrical group are joint venturing with multiple subcontractors on a very limited time frame to get the power in service. We started the design and engineering portion in the beginning of 2014 and just started construction in November. The 12 cables are being installed on 50-foot steel poles, which are supported by a 4-foot diameter by 20-foot deep caisson. Each set of cable transitions the trays at each end as they enter into the substations for final connection tie-ins. At the transition point, the cables dead end on 12-foot wide by 12-foot long and 45-foot high steel tower structures. Not only are we responsible for the design of the towers, but we're also responsible for driving piles 50 feet deep, pouring concrete foundations on top, and then erecting the towers on site. To complicate things even further, we have to coordinate with Pico Energy on line outages during our construction due to clearance issues, as well as for final electrical tie-in. Through the hard work of the project management team with Riggs Distler, we'll have this project complete by March 2015.
Hi, Joe Seaman here again. The second project I would like to talk about is the Monroe Energy Boiler Number 7 Demolition and Relocation Project. This project will begin at Eagle Point Refinery, located in Westville, New Jersey, and complete at Monroe Energy Refinery, located in Trainer, Pennsylvania. Monroe Energy is owned by Delta Airline and produces jet fuel for Delta's fleet of aircraft. In an effort to expand jet fuel production to sell jet fuel on the open market, Delta made the decision to expand its facility with the addition of a 1,500-pound steam-generating Rentec boiler. This project consists of the complete dismantling of the entire footprint of Boiler Number 7 and components located at Eagle Point Refinery in New Jersey, shipping of all components to Monroe Energy and reassembly of the entire unit. Components to be disassembled and re-erected are 24 tractor-trailer loads of piping, a Rentec boiler weighing 400,000 pounds, an economizer weighing 100,000 pounds, a 150-foot tall stack section, 15 superload duct sections, boiler catalyst, an ammonia skid, a fuel gas skid, a chemical building, pipe racks and platforms, a precipitator system, a cooling tower, a collection tube assembly, and a transformer roof section. The duration of this project will be 7 months, There are 3 challenges on this project. First, the planning and execution required to remove a 400,000-pound boiler at Eagle Point Refinery with the use of 2 500-ton cranes, transport the boiler to the Delaware Riverbank, load the boiler on a barge, tug it upriver to Monroe Energy, offloading and installing it on its new foundation. Second, over-the-road trucking of 15 boiler duct sections due to their size and categorized as superloads requiring special road permitting and police escorting. Third, to positively identify, organize, and store all dismantled piping spools and boiler components so that the reassembly at Monroe can be completed without confusion. The project team is Fran McGovern, Rich Zarin, and Tom Shin. This project has a contract value of $6 million.
This has been a great year at Riggs.
All of the groups pulled together. All groups were very profitable.
And we surpassed our goals for the year.
I am very excited about the challenges that 2015 will bring to us.
We have a lot of new employees coming on board and a lot of opportunities to continue to grow.
I'm very excited about 2015.